Salute everyone. Let's get it, nation. What's going on, you guys? Salute to everyone pulling up. I'm your guy, Exacting Raider with Natural Name. We are Raiders Pros. If this is your first time coming up and joining us today, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit the bell, and please share the link around. Nate, how is it going, my brother? How's it going?
Pretty nice, pretty clean, you know what I'm saying? Weather's died down, you know what I'm saying? Pretty nice. I likes it. I
Hey,
likes
yeah,
it.
and
It's
I
pretty
mean,
cool.
we was getting some crazy storms out here. The weather did die down, but some Raiders news died down for like a little bit, and we was thinking we was trying to come up with some lives to try to just bring some content to the Raider Nation, try to talk about something that we all what's been on our minds, and we really couldn't tackle anything. But the Raiders have, some rumors have speculated. We're going to talk about that. And then we're going to also talk about guys on this roster that are free agents in 2023. And we're going to give our opinion and also get some of your guys' opinions on who do you guys think needs to stay and who needs to go. But first, hold on. Let me see.
Yeah.
Where am I? Oh, there am I. But first, let's talk about Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller. So I don't know if you seen the reports, the rumors. The rumors is shout out to Raiders.scout. The Raiders will look to aggressively tweak and add to their roster. This is offseason by bringing in their guys and moving on from the veterans, per Jeremy Fowler. Teams will be monitoring the status of tight end Darren Waller and wide receiver Hunter Renfrow, but as of now, it is unlikely either are moved unless the team receives an offer they cannot refuse. Other possible names that could be moved on from include defensive tackle Bilal Nichols and center Andre James. So, Nate, I mean, we knew Waller's your guy. We know Waller's your guy. We know you're a big Hunter Renfrow guy. I mean, I'm a big Hunter Renfrow guy too. But hearing that news, what are you speculating, Nate? Like, do you think the Raiders are going to move on from Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller? And if they are going to move on from them, what do you expect to get out of it?
Um, no, I don't expect them to move on from primarily Waller. If anybody has a chance to leave, it would probably be Renfro. Um, just because I feel like McDaniels has like a better feeling about Waller and his dominance at his position than Renfro is to his. And um, I'm getting cold.
Or okay, I don't know where that came, but to really, I think I know where Nate was leading with that, guys. Really, Darren Waller. The coaching staff loves Darren Waller. I think that's no secret to Raiders fans is that they have come out bluntly that they love Darren Waller, especially Josh McDaniels. He loves having Waller as his top tight end. He loves a lot of two tight end sets. Him and Foster have really been, I mean, when healthy, they've been a dynamic duo. Shout out to the Menace pulling up. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for pulling up. So, I mean, then what do you expect? I mean, because I agree with you. I think Renfro is the odd man out. If it had to come down to it, Renfro's the odd man out. Renfro's the one that would be leaving. What do you see us getting in return for Hunter Renfro?
Hunter Renfro, hopefully some draft capital. If not, then I don't know. I feel like he would be. I don't know. I don't think he would be like most definitely needed to other teams. Uh, but he would most likely be that like wide receiver. He can easily be a wide receiver too, as he is right now, kinda, possibly. Maybe even a wide
I mean,
receiver
he
one,
for
which I don't know.
No, the thing is, you got to think about this, Nate. Hunter Renfro's too small. He's not a wide receiver. He can't work the outside like a wide receiver one, wide receiver two. He's mainly a slot receiver. I feel like you could. Now, here's the thing: can you replace slot receivers? You can, but the thing is,
And
can
Cooper
we
Cup's a wide
replace
receiver one.
Hunter Renfro's release? Can we replace Hunter Renfro's footwork? Can we replace Hunter Renfro's hands? When Hunter Renfro was not out there, we try to put Keelan Cole in the slot as much as we can. Keelan Cole was a terrible slot receiver for us.
And not DJ
Like,
Turner. Like what the heck?
I mean, hey, they should have gave DJ Turner a slot. We know, bro. DJ Turner got some fans over here that we're trying to push the coaching staff to get him some get him some snaps, get him some receptions. Like, we want him to get the ball a lot more times.
He could
But
literally be Ruggs.
I won't say that. Ruggs probably had more of an upside than DJ. At least we know DJ.
Well,
You know what? I'm
never
not
gave
gonna
him
go
a
there. Not
chance.
gonna go there. Not gonna go there. But
Well, we have to give him a chance first.
no, we do. And the thing is, I think we will. We will. We will. We will give DJ Turner a chance. I'm hoping we in this preseason we'll see more of him, and then hopefully this will make jump into the regular season that we see
Yeah.
more snaps of him. But Sam Tanka, shout out to you for pulling up. Renfro's injury history will scare teams away. I think this is true. I mean, I think the same with Darren Waller. Both guys have dealt with injuries in the past. Hunter Renfro has been taking a lot of hits and getting a lot of concussions. Darren Waller has starting to miss a lot with with hamstring injuries. With I think he has something with his quad also. He's getting a lot of leg injuries, and then you're trying to put those guys on the trade block. They're not going to really get a lot of trade interest. If they do, we're looking at mid round, late round picks that they're gonna just swap.
Yeah.
But I think Sam, this works out kind of in the Raiders' favor though, because I don't. There's two. This kind of works and doesn't work for the Raiders. Here's how it works. Well, it shows that the Raiders might have to keep Renfro. They may have to keep Renfro. And that Raiders fan, no more Clemson players. They may have to keep Renfro because, like you said, Sam, the teams are backing out. They're probably not going to offer first, second round pick because of those injuries. But here's how it hurts the Raiders too. That money you're paying him. You're paying a guy like close to 16. I think it's 15 million. I think they're paying him. And he's
On what?
injured on Renfro's contract. I think it's a
Oh,
15
he is
per
not.
year. When it came out, but you're paying that guy that type of money, and he's not on the field. Like I said, I want to give Renfro and Waller another chance. Have a great season on on coming back, because the thing is, like, here's what I don't like. We paid Derek Carr, did not perform. We paid Hunter Renfro, did not perform. Like, yeah, you got injured, you didn't perform. Waller, they gave you the bag, didn't perform. Chandler Jones, gave him the bag. I know he was a free agent coming in, but they gave him the bag. He didn't have the same production as he did in Arizona. They're paying a lot of guys, Nate, and they're overpaying these guys without really even seeing anything. Yeah, Renfro had one good year. I'll say that. He had one good year, maybe even a great year. We'll put it that way. But let's not act like Derek Carr was not force feeding Hunter Renfro half of the time last season. Let's not act
Yeah.
like Darren Waller did not get 19 targets week 1. The only reason I feel, and this is not a shot to Devontae Adams, but I feel the only reason not the only reason, but the one reason, like, there's many reasons. Devontae Adams, the best wide receiver. He's gonna always get his stats, but the main reason is he puts up stats like that because he got a lot of targets. Now, I'm saying, did Renfrow have the numbers he had last season because Derek Carr targeted him a lot? Did Waller
Oh,
have the numbers because of the targets he got? And in those targets, that's why they got paid a lot of money, not realizing that anyone that gets that amount of targets will put up those type of stats. Not taking away what they've done for the Raiders, because the stats won't tell the whole story. There's some catches Renfrow has made that it won't show up on a stat sheet. It'll just be showed up as a 15-yard catch or a 20-yard touchdown catch. Like, it's just gonna show as that. But the way, like, not taking away from that, but his and Waller's contracts are crazy. Me and you have talked about Derek Carr's contract and how crazy that contract was, and Raiders are moving on from him. Would you be upset if Renfrow and Waller are traded,
well,
given those contracts?
yeah. Especially like you have like why get rid of a superstar tight end that has a very high ceiling when you literally just kept him on the IR just to get healthy for the upcoming season.
Yeah.
That's why I wouldn't be too mad for Renfro, but for Waller, I'm like, why get rid of a superstar to bring a superstar back? Like not back, but bring one in. Like what?
Oh, bring a tight end in.
Yeah.
Oh, like you're
Or
saying,
even like
here's
superstar for
the thing.
superstar.
If
No, no.
Gronk comes, Waller's staying here. I'm like, that's the thing. If those rumors are true that Gronkowski's coming with Brady, like let's say that happens, Waller's staying here.
Yeah,
Foster
Waller's staying in.
Moreau will be the odd man out.
Yeah. And yeah. Who would be tight end number 1?
Out of who? Gronk and Waller?
Yeah.
Gronk. Like that's not even a question. Like
Okay.
Gronk's tight end one. But the thing is, Josh McDaniels likes to run 2 tight end sets. So Sam says, I want to keep Renfro, but it sucks we paid him. Yeah, Renfro was the only one left last year mixed with Zay and Edwards, which is what boosted his stats. And that's what I'm saying, Sam. Like, we have to really dive and really dissect. When it comes to stats, me and Nate love dissecting them because stats are not going to tell you the entire story. Like, we had to do that. Not like, I don't want to make this about, what's his name because he's going to be traded. But, when we were
Yeah.
doing Derek Carr stats, having that debate, me and Nate dissected those stats. How many of those stats came in the fourth quarter when the Raiders were down 3 touchdowns? How many of those stats came in game-winning drives? Like, stats are not going to tell the entire story. So with Renfro last year, when I had to dissect his numbers of 2021, like, because that's the reason he got paid, right? Was that 2021 season. We had to dissect it. And you said it best. He is in a receiving core with Zay and Edwards. Yeah, Zay was the number one. And you can say Carr gave Zay a lot of targets too. But when Carr needed to play, no shame on Carr, but when Carr needed to play, he looked for 13. Where was 13 at? I'm not saying don't throw it to Renfro, but when you got the guys like Zay Jones, Brian Edwards on that team, and no Darren Waller, Hunter Renfro is going to get like 10, 13 targets a game, maybe even
And look at
more.
Zay now, boy. Look at Zay now. Looking
Yeah,
like a pro bowler.
man, he got a quarterback that could actually get it to him.
Man, shout out to Zay Jones, bro. Gotta love
But
him.
shout out to salute to AJ. What's up, AJ? AJ says, I love Renfro, but Mac took his reps. Just saying. But AJ, is it Mac that took it, or is it Renfro not being healthy? I know injuries happen and you can't control injuries, but your best ability, I heard it in football many, many times. Nate has told me also, and when I played baseball, your best ability was availability. You had to be out there. You had to be healthy. And it was your job to be healthy. Stretch good, eat well, and work out well.
Yeah.
Like whatever Renfro was doing, something happened where his body, maybe it was last season, him taking too many hits, and maybe he didn't rehab his body, enough to really recover from the season he had.
Yeah, he
Because,
got
like I
hit.
said, he took a lot of hits. Now with Waller, I don't know what the hell happened with Waller because he missed, I believe, the 6-7 games last season and played the final two, um, and then of course played the wild card game. I don't know why he's injury prone. He's reminding me of another Darren that we had on this team that was also injury prone. I don't know if it's a Darren thing, but my goodness. Like if these guys were healthy, I'll say this, Nate. If these guys were healthy, maybe Derek Carr doesn't go on the trade block. Maybe Derek Carr doesn't get benched.
No, stop it. No,
Yeah, you're right.
please
You're right.
no.
You're right. I'm
No.
thinking I'm thinking too much into that. But that Raiders fan, shout out to you, bro. Gronkowski is watched. He's good where he's at, unless the Raiders are stupid enough to pay him big money. Perhaps he'll join. And that Raiders fan, I'm not gonna say he's washed. Why? Waller and Foster are a great. I want to say great, but they're good. A two tight end. Two tight end set like what Josh McDaniels loves to run. I love. If I will hope they keep Foster. I think he's a free agent next year. I hope they keep him because him and Waller, that is like something special you cannot break up unless Waller gets injured. Then you broke it up. But I mean, what are your
Yeah,
thoughts?
that
What are
would
your
be.
thoughts on? I mean, we'll actually get into that probably another live that race from with Gronkowski. But yeah, that's my opinion. I mean, I don't want to bring him in. I don't want to bring him in either. Sam says, I think they're going to keep Renfro because he doubles on special teams as well. This regime likes multiple skills. I'll say this, Sam. I don't want Renfro returning kicks for us. I'm getting tired because I feel like that
Yeah,
also
bro.
plays to
Like
him getting injured. He's taking unnecessary hits. And with
there's
the injury history he's had and the concussion history he's had, you would think this coaching staff will be smart as like, let's put DJ Turner out there. I'm not saying because I love DJ Turner, but DJ Turner has speed. Hell, put Amir Abdullah to return punts. Put someone else other than Renfro to return punts. Hell, put Keelan Cole out there to return punts. Anybody
yeah,
but Renfro.
DJ Turner, bro. If
AJ
he's not
says,
if he's not doing that, bro,
go ahead.
watch he do that on
AJ,
another team.
yeah, he could. He could. AJ says Hollins is a cheaper alternative, but man, Renfro at the slot is great, and that's what I like. AJ, that offense when Renfro was in the slot, Hollins on the outside with Devontae, and you got Wall. I mean, it's a good off run from. That's why I wouldn't, because if you take Renfro out, I mean, you got to fill that slot. Now, a slot receiver's, quick to find. They can, you can go and get a slot receiver in free agency. But like I said, Renfro's release, Renfro's hands, his footwork, like that's just different. But there's times Renfro has lost us some games this year against Arizona, against Kansas City. Those are just a few that right off the top of my head, I remember. He lost those games for us. And ever since that Arizona game, he wasn't the same when he came back. So, hey, we know what happens when injuries hit a man and they
Man,
start psychological. We've been
that
there.
Kansas City, bro. Kansas City play, bro. That could have been a TD, bro.
Dude, it would have been. Renfro never hits Adams, who knows, man? Who knows? AJ says, who do you guys have at the number 7 pick for us? We'll answer this quickly because we want to save that live for another day. We're planning on doing a mock draft here, guys. Me and Nate are still
We
looking
could
at
do
some
it.
guys.
Actually, we'll discuss.
Yeah, well, because I still got to do a little bit more film work, a little bit more of my scouting for the late rounds.
It'll be coming up soon though.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be soon, guys. Definitely going to be soon. So, like I said, man, if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you guys can be notified of that live. And Share the link around. Like, I want to see what people think of our draft. But to quickly answer AJ's question, if Jalen Carter's there, take Jalen Carter, bro. But here's the thing. We had this discussion, AJ, is like, do we go, if quarterback is there, if quarterback is there at 7, like CJ Stroud or Will Levis, and Jalen Carter's there, I know a lot of people want to go Will Levis or CJ Stroud. Like, you got to go quarterback of the future. I'm taking Jalen Carter. Like, I'm sorry. Like, we've been down that road of picking a quarterback over a defensive piece, a key piece. We
Okay.
picked Carr over Matt, and that bit us in the ass, in my opinion. I feel we could have went out and get a different quarterback and pay Mac the money he wanted. Mac was different. I get it why they paid Carr in that time, but I wouldn't have paid Carr off of one playoff appearance or taking the Raiders off into the playoffs one time and having one MVP season. You had one great season. It's the same like I said with Renfro and Waller. They had one great season out of all the seasons they've been with us. And they paid them big money, and now they can't do nothing. All of a
Yeah.
sudden. Like, I want to go get Jalen Carter, and you go get a quarterback late in the draft. I'm really high on Jaren Hall out of BYU. That is a quarterback that we can maybe snag in the 4th round, maybe the 3rd round. For me, that's still early, but I don't see Jaren Hall falling into the 5th round. I think 4th round is likely is where he's going to get picked, and that's where I would like to pick him. Nate, who you picking at 7?
It'll depend. Stay tuned. You know what I'm saying?
He wants y'all to wait. He wants y'all to wait. Mel
Wait,
Kiper
actually,
has.
you'll have the first pick.
Oh yeah, I will. I will have the first pick.
Yeah. So,
I
I
mean,
mean,
okay, if you were in my, let's say, if you had the first pick, if you had number 7, who you picking?
um, if Jalen Carter's there, take him. If he's not there, bro, why does that sound like fast money? Hold up. Uh, but if he's not there, then I would actually just go back and forth on either my best and most like the best quarterback there or a highly talented defensive linebacker like or cornerback. Yeah, cornerback or whatever.
Yeah. No, not. I like that. I like that thinking. Yeah, I seen that Raiders fan. Mel Kiper Jr. has us taking an offensive lineman. Now, me and Kane Town, we kind of disagreed with this because me and Kane Town, when I went on his show, we had a disagreement too. Still respect, all love. Shout out to my brother Kane Town because he was thinking offensive line too. Like, he would take what's his name? I gotta find, bro. I always butcher his name. Hold on, I always butcher his name because I always think it's something else. Hold on, bro.
I
Let me
wouldn't
pull it
take
up.
a I pers-
It's that guy from yeah, Skoronsky, Peter Skoronsky. I think
no.
that's who Mel Kiper had us. If unless it was a different draft that I was watching, but yes, I was seeing that he had us as Skoronsky at 7, which is the top tackle in the draft. Which me and like I could see why our offensive line, that right side needs help. But I like Thayer Munford. We drafted Munford for a reason. I know he's a late round pick. I believe he got picked in the 7th round. I can see Munford being our future right tackle. I think all
Hmm.
we need is a guard. Now
Mumford
tackle,
has security
I would
spot.
say
Lucky.
with tackle you need depth. That's where you need. You need depth in the tackle position. Guard, you need a starting guard. But
Yeah.
I'm not going offensive line at 7 because guys, Max Crosby needs fucking help. I am going to hold up a sign in front of Allegiant Stadium, in front of Raiders
Max
headquarters, that Max
Crosby
Crosby
needs.
needs help on the defensive side of the ball. He literally is trying to do everything, guys. He's trying to do everything. Um, so that's that's why Max Crosby needs help. That's my thing. That's why I'm going defense at 7, whether it's Jalen Carter or it's a linebacker or Joey
Yeah.
Porter Jr. The corner. Like I like that guy. I like Joey Porter. I would like to take Joey Porter corner. You get
Hey,
Rockinson,
yeah.
Joey Porter on the outside.
That's what I'm saying. Like either the top, if Jalen Carter's not there and the quarterback's not there, I'm taking the top CB or the top linebacker.
Yes, yes, and that's what we need to do. That is exactly what we need to do. Hold on, shout out to Sam. I thought they were tripping when Renfro came back from injury and they had him returning punts. I thought so too. I'm like, bro, homeboy's coming off of concussion and you putting him back to return punts. Like, what are you doing, man? Honestly, Gronk catches all the passes that Foster drop, especially in the end zone. You know what, Sam? You're right. You're right, but I still like Foster. He's cheaper than Gronk, and he also has, chemistry with Waller. He has chemistry now with Josh McDaniels under one season with him. Let's give it time. Let's give it time. Let him play out. I would say let him play out his rookie contract and see where he stands. AJ likes Anthony Richardson. I like Anthony Richardson, AJ. I feel, like I said, I feel he's just, for me, I think Anthony Richardson is going to go either in the second round. If they keep hyping up his stock, he may slide into the first round. He's getting a lot of hype
Yeah, he's getting a lot of
out
looks.
of Florida, and I think I like him. I like his arm. The only thing that scares me is that injury, that ACL injury, because you don't know how a quarterback is going to come back from an injury. We should know this.
Yeah.
We don't know how a quarterback is going to come back from an injury. Is he mentally going to be there? Is he going to be having the same mechanics that he had in college or before his injury? That's the only thing that scares me. But if he's there in the third round, I mean, hey, take him. But I don't see him sliding into the third round. If his draft stock falls and into the third round, I'll take a chance on Anthony Richardson in the third round. Shout out to Sultan. Primos, que bola, hermanos. Bro, me and you need to discuss. We're trying to get Sultan invited us to go on to do a show with him. So I want to talk to you about that. But yeah, Sultan, I'm going to try to stay more in contact with you. Let's try to plan a show. Let's try to plan a show soon, brother.
Yeah.
Let me see. That Raiders fan, you believe Carter's in the same category as Bosa, Miller, and Donald? I highly doubt he'll fall past 4. I do too, that Raiders fan, but and this is just going based off mock drafts. I don't think this is how the draft is going to go, but the draft had like the mock drafts we were doing, me and Nate behind, off camera. Jalen fell to us at 7, I think like twice. We did like 3 mock drafts, and out of the 3 mock drafts, he fell to us twice, which was crazy. But we did some, and then the third one, he went first to the Bears, which that's how I see it actually playing out. I see Jalen going to the Bears at number 1. There's no way the Bears, if the Bears like, I will say this, if the Chicago Bears Raider that shit, bro, let Jalen Carter fall to us, please.
Bro, please.
Let me look at the draft. Let me look at the draft board real quick, or the draft order, because I feel like there's a lot. So we got the Bears at 1, who like I said, I think they're gonna get Carter. If they Raider that shit somehow, then the Texans, they're likely gonna get a quarterback. I don't see them getting Carter. I think they're gonna likely get an offensive lineman. They'll likely get Skoronski maybe. I think that's who
Hopefully.
they need more protection for Kyler Murray.
Hopefully one
And then
just
the
takes
Colts,
the
hopefully, and then the Colts, they're gonna likely get a quarterback for the future. They got Matt Ryan. They need to start thinking about their future. The Seattle Seahawks, I don't think they're gonna get Jalen Carter. They might go out and maybe get a Joey Porter. They might get Joey Porter. Might beef up the Legion of Boom. Maybe get some more corners just to make that defense stronger. The Detroit Lions, they might get a quarterback. So really, the Texans, the Colts, the Lions, like CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Will Levis, likely going to be off the board. when the Raiders pick at 7, and Carter can likely be there. Not saying he's falling because there's something wrong, just the teams that are in front of us. Now, will the Raiders maybe need to jump into that first overall spot? That, like I said, that is if. And it's a big if, guys. If the Bears do not pick Jalen Carter, then that's when I feel he will fall to the Raiders. But that's a big if. I do not like. That's only the like I said. If the Bears Raider that shit up, then
Shoot. Well, that is heaven right there. It's a heavenly pick.
yep, Sam, that's where I'm at. I know I'm really high on defense. But if Jalen's not there, then yeah, maybe take a chance on actually, because I know I said I want to go quarterback late round. So Sam, if you watched this in the past, I've been 50-50 with this pick. If Jalen's not there and Stroud is there, then yeah, I can understand why people want to get Stroud. Stroud has he showed a lot of promise, in college. He has a good arm. He's mobile. He knows when to escape. He improvises when the play breaks down. I can see why people want to do that. My thing is, I don't trust, or like when quarterbacks go early, I don't trust because they may think they're all of that. They don't have like a chip on their shoulder, like, oh, I'll prove something. Like
Like
that's what I'm worried about. Like a Johnny
like
Manziel.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah. Like a Kyler Murray. Like they show promise, but they're never gonna get you there. Now I will say this. You can't make that stay away from you can't make that stay away. You cannot make that stay away from, possibly getting talent, because let's say CJ Stroud does become a superstar in the NFL. And, we fucked up by passing on him because we were afraid of taking that risk at 7.
Maybe.
If CJ is there at 7, you pick him. If Jalen's not there, if Jalen and CJ are not there, you go get yourself a linebacker, and you go get your quarterback late. Like that's the way I look at it. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna get real quick, guys. Me and Nate, we're gonna go through our free agent for the Raiders, and we're gonna give our opinion if the Raiders should keep him or should release him. Thank you guys for tuning in. If this is your first time, please hit that subscribe button. Our goal, it is road to 500, guys, before the season starts.
Hold on.
Please hit that like button and hit the bell. Let me see. Hold up. He said, hold on. So first, guys, coming to the plate, I think we already know. Josh Jacobs. He is his market value. I'm bringing it up right now. Josh Jacobs' market value is about $12.8 million per year, getting a 4-year contract, $51 million. He is third on the running back rank going into free agency. His current contract, he's earning $2 million. I was hoping Nate would be here. Nate. I'm gonna give my thoughts real quick. So Josh Jacobs, I think we all could agree. Keep this man. Find a way to keep this man. You have to franchise tag him, whatever it may be. You need to make sure that man does not walk out of the Raiders organization without a contract. You got to give him a contract. Hey, 12.8, $13 million. I'll pay it. He's 24 years old. I think signing him to a 4-year contract, we're going to get more of his prime years out of him. And then when he's 28, 29, that's really when you can let him walk. After this season that he had, I mean, how can you not re-sign Josh Jacobs? Like, I just don't know how you can't possibly re-sign Josh Jacobs. Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to get into your comments while we wait for Nate real quick. I want to make sure I get everybody's comments up here. Dylan Parham was a great draft choice. And this is why, AJ, this is why I have confidence in Ziegler. I have confidence in Ziegler that he's going to make, the right choices in the draft, having a, full load of draft capital for him. I'm excited to see what he does in this year's draft. I think that stigma of the Raiders don't know how to draft. I feel like Ziegler's going to I'm hoping he breaks it. I'll say that, and I believe he will break it. AJ, Bears for sure getting offensive lineman. I hope so, AJ. I hope so. I really hope so because I really want Jalen Carter to fall to the Raiders. That's the only team that I see taking Jalen Carter. That's the only team I see. Sam said, I did some mock drafts and got Jalen Carter, Saiki and Hooker fell to the third round on a few of them. Sam, that's what happened. Not we didn't get Carter and Ika. If we got Carter and Ika, oh my goodness.
I've gotten those two, but also
At the same
in the
time?
same draft.
In
Yeah,
the same wow, bro. Wow. I'm telling if we get Carter and Ika, that defensive line is oh my goodness.
we don't even
I
have
would
to
say this.
think
If
about
that's our
like.
draft, like the first 3 rounds, I'm cool with that. I am cool with that being our draft for the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's facts.
Oh, hold on.
That
That
would be
Raiders fan
fire.
said the last time the Raiders drafted a defensive tackle was in 1997. Darrell Russell out of UAC. Bro, I
19.
don't know. I don't know who Darrell Russell is. I don't go that far back in my Raider fanship. I'm a fan back in 2011, and then of course I did history back when like in the 70s and the 80s. Man, I should do more research back in the 90s. Man, he says that
That's
Russell was
crazy.
big, nasty. Hey, we need a D tackle like that. We need a D tackle like that.
Yeah.
No, and AJ, I
Oh,
can see that too, but for whatever reason, I mean, I feel they're gonna go defensive tackle just to try to make their defense better. Who is? Let me see. I think I know who it is, but let me see. I think I know who it is. Drew Sanders. The linebacker Drew
yeah,
Sanders.
the
Isn't
linebacker.
he?
Yep, he's the best
Man,
linebacker in the draft.
do you know? You know more. You probably know more about him than me. Give us your thoughts.
He is. I present to you Drew Sanders from Arkansas. Notably the best linebacker in this draft. He will most likely uh be gone in the second. No, on our second pick. No, he'll be probably there on our second pick, but after that, yeah, he's gone.
What would you say about getting him at 7? I think, hey, if Carter and if Carter isn't there and our future
Because
quarterback of the future ain't there, I mean,
I
you
I
get a Drew
saw
Sanders
him
at 7.
available on our second pick. So I mean,
It's like, do we get? I mean, if you get Carter, move. Do you go Carter? Ike, like, because if Ike's there too, if
yeah,
Drew
it's
Sanders
like a
falls
wish
to us
wash. Like
in
if
the
you do
second
you want to
round,
go Ika or do you want to go Drew?
I think I would go Drew because if you get Carter, you got a defensive tackle, and then if you get
Yeah.
Drew, bro, you just like got your front 7 of the future right there. Like, but that's just me. But there's a lot of defensive like guys in this draft that I love, bro. I
Yeah,
freaking
we
love
were
them.
terrible at the right time. Let's freaking go.
Like I
Like
said, bro,
good
this defense
shout
that
out
we
to the
cry
Raiders.
about, like all we
Shout out to Derek
want,
Carr.
this defense that we cry about, we just want them to get better. That's the thing. We want them to get better. Let me get a few more of these comments. We'll get back to the free agents. Sam says there's some freaking tall DBs in this draft and look decent on tape. Tallest I seen was 6'5". Combine will tell us how fast though. Yeah, This is probably because, like I said, we started this podcast in August. This is probably the first time I'm really probably gonna sit through the combine, just so when we come on here, I can give Nate some information and I can share the information with you guys also. What are my thoughts on the guys? Because combine is gonna really tell us a lot. Pro days are gonna tell us a lot more. You know, like for me, it's kind of hard to really find, all 22 tapes because I don't have all 22 tapes of these prospects. So I'm going based off, highlights. I'm, going on other, scouts pages, trying to get pros and cons, trying to look at some low lights, trying to see those cons like on film. I'm trying to really get more information on the prospects. Give it time though, guys, because really me and Nate want to wait really to see what the Raiders do. Because I really feel whatever the Raiders do I would say in in the offseason, we got to see what the Raiders do. Free agency, we got to see what we do with Derek Carr. If we're going to trade him or we're going to release him. Why do I say that? Are we going to get draft capital? Are we not? Like, it's not just the money. Are we going to get draft capital out of it? If we do, hey, then maybe that changes our approach to the draft. We will come out with a mock draft, though. We still want to come out with a mock draft just to get your guys' thoughts on some guys. But yes, stay tuned for that. That's what I'm saying. Hit that bell, guys. Chansworthy likes Joey Porter, bro. I like Joey Porter too. You know, you could get, like I said, if it's any defensive guy at 7, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. If it's a Drew Sanders, if it's a Joey Porter, I'm cool with it. I just hope it's Jalen Carter. Like that's just me. I hope it's Jalen Carter. But Nate,
Huh.
I brought up Josh Jacobs. That's our first guy we're gonna talk about. Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
I already gave my thoughts. I think we know your thoughts. I think we know everyone's thoughts in the chat. Where's he going?
Oh, what happened? Where's he? Oh wait, you glitched.
Oh, I
Wait,
said,
am I
is
glitching?
Josh Jacobs staying or is he going?
Man, he is staying, boy. If we, bro, we just like we're thinking about suicide if we just let him go. I guess. Like I don't know, bro. Now we're gonna be like, oh, let's go get a running back in the draft.
Yeah. I mean, not really. You don't have to go running back in the draft. You know, you have Britton Brown. You have, um, bro, he hasn't played so much. I forgot his name. Oh, Zamir White. You got Zamir White. And you also have Sincere McCormick, who a lot of people are, I would say, I mean, Graph is high on him. I mean, I got to watch some tape on him. But
But
Graph
why
is high on him.
let go to
I
Josh?
trust Graph's judgment.
Like
Chansworthy,
you don't
before our
let go
fault, we
Josh.
said if the Bears, we said this, Chansworthy, if the Bears raider that number 1 overall pick by not getting Jalen Carter, I think he will fall. I think he will fall.
Bro. Bro.
Bro, Sam has me dead because this will be the most Raider thing
That
that we
would be
do.
the most
They need to keep JJ
stupid.
all means. If they let him go, we're drafting a running back at 7. That will be the most Raider thing we do. Or we go wide receiver.
Bro. Oh my gosh.
We go back. I'll be
Imagine
so pissed, bro. I will come on here livid if we go running back or wide receiver at 7. If we don't go a
for
need at
real.
7, I'm going to flip. But yeah, I mean, we know we want Josh Jacobs here. So next guy that we're gonna talk about, Cleveland Farrell.
Clee? Okay.
What do you think about Cleveland Farrell?
Um
You want to keep him or you want him to go? Right now, he's earning $7 million right now on that rookie contract. Well, that was his rookie contract. I would bring him back for like 3
yeah,
3 or
so you would
4 million.
obviously want to restructure because he's getting paid more than I don't know,
But that's because
people
he's an
that
early
play
draft
every
pick.
snap.
That was because he was an
Yeah,
early
yeah.
draft pick.
Yeah, yeah. And but yeah, you obviously restructure him. I say I would keep him as he's a very good depth piece, and he said he's a Raider for life, so I mean he's gonna come back if you ask him.
I
So
like him more working on the inside. I think he's a good depth piece, especially on rundowns. He is a great run stopper.
facts.
Maybe not the best
And then
pass rusher, but he is I mean, maybe great stretching it, but he really helps us he helps us, stopping the running game. So I would bring Cleveland Farrell back. Of course, maybe 3 million a year, maybe 3.5. I probably wouldn't pay him more than that. I feel like 4 million is probably stretching it. Um, as a depth piece,
yeah,
I give him 3. I give him 3 million, maybe
yeah.
even
Having
less.
Him and Kuntz as like 2 depth pieces, that's really good.
Yes, yes. Next guy, I think I want this guy long gone. I don't want him repping the Raiders ever again. Anthony Averett. Anthony Averett. What do you think
Yeah, bro.
about
Like,
Mr. Uh, Damon Arnett 2.0? What do you think about Damon Arnett 2.0?
yeah, bro. Like this man could go like this man could go just walk the strip, enjoy life. I hope you have a nice life with how much you got paid. Uh, you know, have a nice have a nice time going somewhere else if you can reach another team. But yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, bro. He got. I think we seen more of Damon Arnett. Anthony. I think we seen more of Anthony Averett's back turn towards us, getting smoked. And it's
Yeah,
not even fair at that point. It's like, what are you guarding out there at that point? Like, get off the field. I was really high on him
for
too,
real.
but he did not work out.
Guarding Casper, bro.
Um, let's see. So we're not gonna go through all of them. We're only gonna go through like key guys. Brandon Parker. How you
Brandon
feel about bringing
Parker.
Brandon Parker? I'm letting him
Uh,
walk. You got Luminor. We got a Luminor, and we're gonna go get another right tackle.
yeah, probably in the draft, huh? Or yeah, I
Yeah,
mean Brandon Parker.
draft or free agent.
What was he? What was his like? He was ranked like not good at all, huh?
Bro, he was
No.
probably one. Well, he was injured. He was out for the season, I believe, week one.
Oh, if he's out for the season and he
Either
has,
either he got hurt. I think he got hurt in preseason. Either no, was it? I think he got hurt during the preseason. So
yeah,
I
if
think, but I'm moving on because we're gonna get another tackle anyway. So I'm moving on. You go get your tackle. You have Luminor as a death piece. That that's all. That's where I'm going with.
yeah, we
I'm
could
letting
let
him
him
walk.
walk. He can't be the car of the O
Real
line.
quick, that Raiders fan says, I'm curious about Brown, the running back we drafted in the 7th round. I'm curious to see what he does in preseason. Hopefully, him and Zamir get probably a little bit more reps this upcoming season. But I mean, we're gonna have Josh Jacobs still. Hopefully, hopefully. Sam says, I like Cleve for depth and against run heavy teams. That's what I like too. Avery doesn't fit our scheme or our team. Y'all remember David Amerson? Dude was solid. I wish he just had more safety help and more cornerback help. I feel he was another guy that just needed help. But if you isolated him one on one, you could hurt yourself that way. He played, in my opinion, he played better in zone. And if he did play man to man, he played better when he had help over the top from a safety. But I did like David Amerson though. I think he was a pretty solid corner. Um,
Yeah.
Denzel Perryman, Nate,
Denzel Perryman, yeah. You
you bringing it back?
yeah, and yeah, I gotta bring him back.
I
just
know. I want
because
to. Yeah.
just because like uh we might not look like, even though we might get somebody because of getting Brady, that's a big if. That's why.
Oh,
Like
Like a Levante
Perryman's,
David. Yeah.
yeah. We just need to have that man here. I feel like he's a good fit. I just feel like he's a good fit, and I feel like
I
he could
like
take a
him.
pay cut and
I
stuff.
like him in run defense. For me,
Yeah,
he's like Clee. You
yeah.
could put him first down, maybe second, like second and short. He can be your run, going on the run defense. And that's when, bro, when you put him in pass, nah, can't, can't do it, can't do it.
It'll be
Um,
interesting because the people that come with Tom Brady, if we get Tom Brady, will actually like depend on if we bring people back or whatever.
yeah, just like that Raiders fan said, that's what scared me though, is his health, him being healthy. He's never been able to stay healthy, and this just not. It's not a him with the Raiders entire. When he was with the Chargers, he could not stay healthy even with the Chargers. So yeah, I can, he got him back for cheap again. I think I would bring him back maybe for 2.5 million. Maybe keep him at what he's earning now, which is $3 million. I I don't know.
I
Do
feel
you
like
waste $3 million on that guy that can't even stay healthy?
uh, I don't, man.
It's a
I don't
tough.
know, bro.
It is a tough call. I gotta agree with that Raiders fan. It's a tough call. And
It's
Chansworthy said,
because
"Nah, bro,
when
you got to
when
move
he's
on."
healthy, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
When he's healthy, he's decently
Um.
good.
I would. Let's go to the next one. Matt Collins.
Matt Collins,
You bringing him back or you letting him walk?
smelly feet boy. I feel like if we're having talks about Renfro, then he might stay. I don't know.
Like if Renfrows. Oh yeah, like the trade. So I
Yeah,
think. Here's what I think.
there's a
I
lot of
think you
ifs
got
right
to
now.
keep Matt Collins. No, and that's why I was trying to explain, to them. That's why the chat. Shout out to Top Beats who's in the chat, by the way. I think it's hard to say like, oh, who's gonna stay, who's gonna go, because there's a lot of ifs. We need like if this happens, if this happens. But if we're gonna be predicting, that's what we're really doing. We're predicting right now. I like Hollins, Nate. You can get him back for cheap. I don't think he's a good. I don't think he's a top wide receiver two, but he could fill that role as a death piece.
Yeah,
And then him on the special teams being a gunner, my goodness. Like how many times has Matt Collins downed the ball like inside the 5 or inside the 10? Like that, like he is very, very smart in the special teams game. I say we keep him and you could bring him back for cheap.
yeah. I'd say I'd like him back.
Um, let's see. Rocky and Sin.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
Why?
Rock. He was a he's a good corner. Like you gotta put it that like you just gotta admit like he's a great corner and he played well with us. Um, he's like a cornerback number one for people. But imagine if you like comparing like a big free agent that we could get, and then you pair him with Rock, and then you have Hobbs in the slot. Bro, yeah, you got to keep Rock.
I agree. I agree. And he only gave up one touchdown, I believe, throughout the entire season.
Yeah, he was one of the highest rated.
Yeah. And then he was only targeted 53 times, allowing 31 receptions. That's a completion percentage against him of 58%. I like he's the only difference is I think the thing is he gives up big plays, but I feel like he's always there though. Like it's not like he got beat or anything. It's just that it has to be like a perfect throw or the receiver's just better. But I
Yeah,
think also with I think let me see, let me go back because I think his size also plays into. He's only 6 feet.
dang,
So
he's
any
my height.
receiver that's like 6'2", yeah, any receivers that's like 6'2", 6'3", I mean, they're winning those 50-50 balls against him. That's where, back in the chat, we need to go get a tall corner. There's a lot of tall corners coming out in the draft, and I would love to snag one of those tall corners. But like I said, when it comes to tall corners, we do got to look more into the scouting combine, look more into their pro days, and see how they do. But I like Rockinson.
Yeah,
Let me see. That Hollins was the receiver who caught the pass against Miami in 2020. Man, he's always in clutch, man. He's always in clutch. Shout out to Sam. Keep Rock. Merrick was messing up, left him in bad spots. Only play I can't forgive is he let Matt Ryan run for 40. Oh my goodness. I don't think anyone can forgive our entire defense for letting Matt Ryan run for 40. Like you're letting this ancient quarterback outrun you for 40 yards. Like that's crazy. And that's what I'm saying, Sam. I think Rock and Merrick were like not on the same page. There's a lot of times where we talk about the offense executing. The defense didn't execute. I feel like the safeties like that secondary. That's a brotherhood that you guys need to communicate. If Rock thinks that he has safety help over the top, and that safety is not helping him over the top, that's a wide open. That's a wide open receiver like that.
Yes.
That communication just got to get better in the
Safety
secondary.
is a position we need to look into also.
We do. It sucks that Trayvon Merrick's not on here because that'd be a conversation. But there is a
Yeah.
safety on here that we do need to talk about. Deron Harmon. Deron Harmon, he's 32 years old. He is an older guy, but I think he can come back for cheap. His market value actually came up. His market value is $2.9 million. Another 1 year contract. I like it. I mean, coming back for cheap, close to $3 million, and he made a lot of plays out there. So, what do you think about Deron Harmon coming back, rocking the silver and black?
I'd say keep him. Develop in the scheme. You have possibly big names coming with. I say keep him.
I like it. And the thing is, like I said, with Deron Harmon, he made a lot of plays for us. A lot of plays for us last season. One play though I wish he made was that interception against the Niners. Oh my goodness, like that could have possibly won us the game. It was one interception I wish he made. That could have been his only interception all season. I wish it was that one. I wish it was that one. That Raiders fan said the fact. Oh wait, I don't have it up. The fact old ass Matt Ryan had a career run of nearly 50 yards says it all about our defense. That's sickening. It is really sickening. Top B, shout out to you. I think Rock and Hobbs are the only two corners that stay on board. Expect Merrick to be traded as well. That's the thing, man. Like Merrick, people say that Patrick Graham was putting Merrick in bad spots. No, there was times I think Merrick was just overthinking. Like I think Patrick Graham was putting Merrick in spots to make plays, but Merrick just was just over in his head and just never made the play. Shout out to Silverface. Perryman is good when healthy, but he's never healthy. And it's hard. It's like you want to bring him back, but his injury, you don't want to bring him back if he's just going to be on the bench. Top B says they may move Diablo back to safety instead of linebacker as well. I did not know that, Top Beats. And I think Diablo did play safety in college. So, hey, who knows, man? Who knows? I would like to see that combination. Maybe Diablo's out there with Harmon. I would like to see that. Keep Harmon. Do saved a lot of plays at the back end, a lot of missed tackles up front. That's the thing, Sam. Like we gotta find that safety that you can work maybe Harmon on third downs, maybe second and longs. A lot of passing situations, and then maybe sub in a hybrid safety or even a linebacker. Maybe playing that like a Diablo maybe on first down on running situations. To come from the backside to run up and make a tackle. I think that's one thing I want to see from Patrick Graham. I want to see Patrick Graham really utilize his entire defense, utilize the guys, rotate, bring in Kuntz more. I really want to see more of Patrick Graham utilizing his entire defense, not just his starters. What do you think about Deron Harmon, Nate? You keeping him
Oh
or
yeah, I
are you
said
letting him walk?
I said
Oh yeah,
I
you
would
gave
keep
your opinion. Yeah, you gave. That Raiders fan said Harmon is a great leader. Made few key plays. Key. Top B says I forgot about Harmon. I think he stays as well. I think so too. Harmon won us. Bro, that pick six was beautiful, bro. The way he jumped it, the route, oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. Top B says I lost respect for Merrick when he backed off that play that Hobbs tried to defend against the Rams. He was a liability all season long. And correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of people are not talking about that play. When I seen that play live, it reminded me of this. I wasn't planning on showing this, but it reminded me of this play. You guys may know this is a famous play. Um, we're gonna this is what it reminded me of. It reminded me of this. When I watched that play, I was like,
shout out to the A's.
what is Merrick doing, bro? And this is what I talk about when Merrick overthinks. He overthinks too much. And it was that play, Top Beats. It was that play. It reminded me of this, bro. It reminded me of this play. I'm gonna share it. Hold on. Let me get that.
Young senior, you know what I'm
It
saying?
Nate, it reminded me of this play when when Trayvon Merrick did
Bruh. Bruh.
like that is exactly what Trayvon Merrick did, bro. I'm telling you, that
He
is what
said,
Trayvon Merrick did.
bro, this
Like
man
that is
dove
what
looked
Trayvon
like he
Merrick
was
did. Like
ain't that
he
something?
literally back. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna see if I can find it because hold on. I know we're getting off topic here, guys, real quick, but I want you guys to see the play that
Bro,
Top
it'll
Beats.
be
I don't know if you
fine.
guys remember. I don't know if you guys remember that play, but oh, it's right here. Final drive. Final drive. Because it was on that final drive too, I think. It was on that
Yo,
final drive. I was so pissed, bro. I was so pissed. Let me see. We're both about equals. That's why we think the same way. Bro, right when it happened, Top Beats, I'm like, Merrick, what the fuck are you doing? Like, all you had to do was lay the hit. That's all you got to do was had to lay the hit. Or, yeah, the same thing Diggs, yes. Bro, like, I get it. And the thing is, here's why. These refs are gonna call pass
bro.
interference, unnecessary roughness on anything. Maybe that plays a
Oh
part.
my,
I don't care because if they don't call it, it's an incomplete pass. I'm gonna
when
find
I
it, bro.
when
We're gonna watch it
bro,
together
when
so I
I
can show you
that
guys.
Kittle
This was some
that Kittle
bullshit.
catch, bro,
Let me see if it was right. I
and
think it was
Diggs
right here.
just like Diggs
Yeah, it was right
literally
here.
did an
I
able
found it.
tackle.
Freaking beach. I'm hella pissed just like watching it. I'm hella pissed because this is some bullshit, bro. Okay, you guys ready? Like, this is why me and Top Beats telling you, look at this, analyze it. This is some bullshit. This is on some straight bullshit, guys. What Eric does. Yeah, hey guys, just gonna go through. Just gonna go right through. Like, just real quick. Like, what are you doing, brother?
We lost to
What are you
freaking
doing? You have
Baker
like you're
Mayfield,
right
bro.
in position to make a play, and you
Bro,
give
this
no
man
help
just
to
went
Nate
to
Hobbs.
fly, bro. He just came in to just act like he was parachuting, bro.
Since then, bro, I'm like, Merrick, no, no. Like, if you're gonna be doing shit like that,
Nah,
you're
bro.
all up in here. Like, you gave zero help to Nate Hobbs, and he might be traded. He might be traded. I wish Trayvon Merrick was maybe a free agent because I say let him walk. I'm at the point. I'm like, let him play his rookie contract. If he gets better, he gets better, and then maybe we resign him in the future. But if he keeps playing the way he's playing, you're gone. And if you could trade him, trade him. Just get rid of him because he's making me like last year I was excited for Merrick, but now I'm like last season he just shit the bed any chance he got. Top B said that play demonstrated to me that he doesn't have the right spirit as a safety. He could have gone for the ball to avoid a pass interference penalty. That is true. That's why I'm like, why did it? Because if you do hit him, it's not passing interference if you go for the ball. He had a chance to play for the ball too. That's why I'm like, what was he doing? Yeah. Yes. And this is another thing. They're scared of contact or they're afraid of getting fined. I think they're scared because of penalties. They don't want to, hurt their team more. But I'm at the point like, okay, man, if you get the penalty, you get the penalty. But as long as you're trying to make a play. Now, if you just make a dumb penalty to make a dumb penalty, that's different. But if you got penalized because you're trying to make a play, I mean, I respect you for that. But like Toby, bro, for me, that lost respect for me. You basically took yourself out of the play. You did nothing to make a play.
Your coach will
But that's
literally
my
see
little
your
rant on Trayvon Merrick. I
effort,
didn't think
and
I was gonna
the
have a rant
coach,
on Trayvon Merrick, but that's my little rant. But let's see. Let me get into some other guys. Controversial
You're,
guy. This is a controversial guy. The Steedy Show. Jarrett Stidham. He's a free agent. A lot of people do not know that. He is a free agent. Do you bring Stiddy back? And I think the obvious answer is we know it's yes. Or do you let him walk? But we know your answer is yes. But why are we bringing Stiddy back?
just to get Brady.
I'm with it. I think I like, bro. We better bring Stidham back. I think Stidham's coming back. I don't even think we really had to ask that
Yeah.
question. I think, but I just want people to know Stidham is a free agent, so it is something we need to consider because right now our quarterback on the roster is Chase Garbers. That's our quarterback right now. That's on the roster. I know Derek Carr's technically still on the roster, but he is not going to be the quarterback of next year. So right now, really, technically, Chase Garbers is our quarterback. We got to keep Stidham. I think, you know what? Yeah, it is obvious. You guys are right. It is obvious. We need to retain a solid second string quarterback. Yes, we do. Keep Stidham. He was teaching a lot of guys scheme. Yeah, bro, that's our quarterback right now. Chase Garber. Chase Garbage. Chase Garbers, bro. Chase Garbers is our quarterback right now. We had Derek Garbage, and now we got Chase Garbage. I think, but here's a lot, Nate, that I think is going to be an unpopular opinion. I would not mind having Jarrett Stidham as our starting quarterback in 2023. Your mic is off. Your mic's off.
That's a hot take.
Hot take, bro. I would not be upset with Jarrett Stidham being the starting quarterback
Not gonna
of the
lie.
Las Vegas Raiders in 2023.
Not
That's a
gonna lie.
stretch,
Yeah.
that Raiders fan. And if there's a Niner fan in here, you could clip this. Purdy is not all that Purdy.
You just have a
He
nice
was put
team.
in a perfect position. You have offensive weapons that all he has to do is get the ball to, and he has the number one defense. You put Purdy on any other team, I don't think Purdy does what he's doing right now. I'm not saying he will suck. I just don't think he would be doing what he's doing right now. He doesn't have to do a lot.
Yeah.
He does not have to do a lot. Shout out, bro. Shout out to the numbers. Where have you been, my guy? I've been missing you. It's been a minute since I seen this man in our chat. Salute, Primos. I don't want the Raiders to trade up for a quarterback. Draft all defense. O-line in free agency. Bring Tom Brady for 15 mil. He's already getting 35 million from the Bucks. The numbers, I actually will not disagree with you on that. I like that. I mean, I will say you need to draft. I will say draft quarterback late round. That's probably the only thing I would do. Like I said, I'm high on Jaren Hall, quarterback out of BYU. You get him in the third or fourth round, late round, and you can groom him. The thing is, he is 25 years old, so that is a knock on him. He is older, but I like Jaren Hall because he's a late round guy. He's a late round quarterback. Top Beat says the problem with that thought is the pressure to win for McDaniels. If they had sat down Carr after the Colts game and started Stidham, we would have more tape on how good Stidham is. But 2 games, no, and yeah, Top Beats. I think for me, it's not saying that is the
It's
problem.
not what I,
Is
it's
that
not what I want though.
no? That's why it's a hot take, Nate. That's why it's a hot take because there is too much pressure now for McDaniels to win. You put Stidham in there, like, does he give you the best chance to win? Possibly not. But the thing is, possibly yes. But it's like you said, Top Beats, we don't know. We don't know. Does he give us the best chance? Does he not give us the best chance? You're right. We cannot chance it. You can't chance that. And that's what I would. I wish Derek Carr would have got benched after that Colts game or after the Rams game. I would have benched Carr after that Rams game. That was a pathetic
losing to
performance by
that
Derek
team
Carr.
in that situation, that's just that was probably the biggest
Yeah, I would
embarrassment
have
all
started
season.
Stidham versus the Patriots.
That was bigger embarrassment than losing to the Saints. Not even gonna lie.
No, that's why I agree with why I like this comment because I agree with you on that because it only sucks because I want to see Stidham get more reps. That's some like real time reps, like regular season time reps to see how does he fare against starters, not
And
guys
it
trying to make a roster.
and it's like you would love to see that, but it's like you have your offense now, and it's like risking or like betting on a quarterback in the regular season. That's what's tough about the NFL. You risk, you play, whether you win or lose,
Yeah,
you risk. Like people risk all the time. It's just tough.
the numbers. I've been hearing a lot of hype on Drake. Man, I'm gonna have to do my. I'll probably do my research after I'm done doing research on the upcoming draft, and then maybe do some looks at the next draft. That light just flickered. Um, Purdy about to see a dominant front seven. That is true. This Eagles team might be the one team that may have Purdy's number. They might be the one team. I hope they pay
Dang.
that choker. I
Yo, that would be
hope they pay
funny.
that choker.
Cause what if,
I
bro,
hope they pay that guy to because he hasn't done anything.
bro, the
Let's get
amount
one
of
last guy up in here. One last guy up in here. Let me see. Actually, two more guys. We'll do two more guys.
I bet.
Jeffrey Tillery. We signed him in the during the regular season. Are you bringing
How much did
Jeffrey
he get?
Tillery back?
How much is he getting paid?
He's getting close to $3 million to about 2,800,000. Sorry guys, his market value, if it will pull up here, just waiting. We're waiting.
This man.
Waiting. Okay, it's not pulling up. Well, he's getting about 8 million. Not $8 million, but 2,800,000. Nate, you bringing Tillery back?
If he, yeah. Shoot, the draft.
I mean, yeah, that's what that's what matters.
Possibly he would be like 3.
For a
I
defensive
don't know.
tackle, you bringing him back? I'll bring
Yeah.
him back for depth piece. I think it's again with Cleveland Farrell. You bring him back for depth
Yeah.
piece. I think
Yeah.
when it comes to the
That's what I
interior
mean.
on
Like,
the defensive line, you need to have a lot of depth piece on that interior defensive line. Maybe two more guys behind the starters, maybe three. And I think our secondary is probably the biggest depth piece we need. Real quick, Larry, why would you destroy your offense when the defense is the problem? Brady's not the answer. He is old and lately very impatient with being behind or losing. He will be blowing up frequently. Who's to say we're not going to fix this defense? Josh McDaniels and Ziegler have stated they're going to fix the defense and they're going to fix the offensive line.
yeah.
And I agree with you, Larry. I mean, if we're talking about the Renfro and Waller situation, we already talked about that in the beginning of the live. So go back. We gave our thoughts on the Waller Renfro situation. But yeah, we know the defense is the problem. And I think Josh McDaniels and Ziegler know the defense is the problem. That was probably his best game, honestly, Sam. That's why I say death piece. I know that, people were thinking, hey, maybe he could be a starter. I don't think so. He played light talk against the Chargers and then he was up and down. So I think I wouldn't, I like him as a death piece. That's where I like him as. Let me see. Silverface. It was many times Merrick looked lost and he avoided contact and took terrible angles toward making tackles. It was frustrating watching him this year. It was. It really was, Silverface. It was so frustrating. Because you root for, I root for the Raiders, so I want all the players to do good. Merrick was probably my biggest one on the defense. I wanted to do good because we needed a future at the safety position. He had a good season good rookie year, and then now it's like this season he just looked completely out of it. So I don't I don't know. I don't know. I hope he has a comeback year. I hope he has a comeback year.
Yeah.
Now, Nate, next guy and our final guy, we talked about him earlier, and we talked about it depends on the situation. Foster Moreau, you keeping him or is he walking?
Uh, uh keep him for now. Yeah, keep him for now. For now. In case, any moves happen, just keep him for now. He's a good tight end too. He's the best tight end too. Um yeah.
See, so right now he's getting $752,000. He's definitely gonna have to get a pay raise. I think maybe close to $3 million. I would give Foster a year. That's where I would go. I would keep him for the right price. But Foster has a lot of talent. That's the thing, Nate. He can take that
Yeah.
talent to becoming a tight end one somewhere else. If not
Mhm.
with the Raiders, it's going to be somewhere else. But here's my thing. You're Foster Moreau, right?
Mhm.
You've seen Darren Waller not being able to stay healthy. Through the 4 years you were here with the Raiders. I think if I was Foster, I would stay. And I would, if I were the Raiders, I would try to keep him because you don't know if Darren Waller is going to get injured again. If Darren Waller gets injured and you don't got Foster on the roster, hey, look what I did there. Foster on the roster. Hey,
Hey, yo.
if you don't have him,
Now we need to have him on the roster because it rhymes.
yeah, now we need to have him. But let's not ignore this though. Nate. He did have a lot of drops this season.
Oh
He
yeah.
had like not a
Big
lot of
time
drops,
drops.
but like
Big
when I
time
talk
drops
about
though.
drops, I'm talking about crucial drops. Like he had big time drops.
Mhm.
There was a couple of drops where I think on one drop I remember Keelan Cole got in the way, but still it hit Foster right in the hand. Still, like Keelan was just like about to hit Foster, but he avoided, and it hit Foster right dead in his hands. I don't know how he dropped it. Um, I think you got to bring him on cheap, but I agree with Lamont. Lamont said he said keep him at the right price. They said Foster can start on another team. Yeah, there's two sides to this. There's two sides to this. Like I said, no confidence in the coach. Denver and Indianapolis is repeating in Vegas with this coach. Hopefully not, man. Hopefully not, Larry.
Yeah.
You
We
know,
have we have yet
we
to
got it.
be
After one season, Larry. We don't know. I mean, I look at this. There was even Eagles fans. My friend who was an Eagles fan, he was calling for Nick Sirianni's head, who is the coach of the Eagles now. And I don't know what happened, what the record was last year, but I know, bro, we whooped that ass on the
like
Eagles.
the thing is like we gave 9 years to what I'm saying. Let's
We
just
gave
give
time. Yeah, we gave time to him.
let's just give at least two years, or if not, if he succeeds, then go more. But at least give him the coach some time.
Yeah, let's give the coaching staff some time here. If we're gonna give, I'm not saying that's you, Larry. I'm just saying if us as a fan base is gonna give a quarterback 9 years of losing and missing the playoffs, let's give this coaching staff at least another year to show us improvement, show us progress. I say this: if we miss the playoffs next year, bro, Ziegler, bye. Josh McDaniels, bye. Patrick Graham,
Yeah.
bye. Like y'all need to leave if we miss the playoffs. Like that's the way I look at it. It's either the playoffs or bust for you guys next season. But yeah, Lamonto, yeah, we blew the Eagles out last year. We gotta give this coaching staff another offseason to work with. The Eagles franchise literally took a little overturn from last season. I think they made the playoffs at 9-8. They made the playoffs at 9-8 last season, and they made the playoffs this season at what, 13-4? Was it 13-4 or 14-3? I don't know.
Huh?
Let me see. Hurts
Huh?
made a huge improvement this season. Reason why Philadelphia is in the position to win a championship. Yes, it is that Raiders fan, but it's also because Nick Sirianni and their GM, I don't know who it is, they had a chance to get more pieces around him. They went out and got AJ Brown for him. In my opinion, an underrated wide receiver. To pair him up with Devontae Smith, and you still go out and you go get some more defensive pieces to build that defense. Like that's where I'm at. Like we got to give Josh McDaniels a more time. Let's see what he does this offseason. But yes, I want to keep Foster. Really, Keelan Cole can go kick rocks. I want him to go kick rocks. Even though I witnessed him getting the game-tying touchdown catch against the Patriots, I want you gone because he missed a lot of key catches too. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys for pulling up. Shout out to that Raiders fan. Shout out to Top Beats. Shout out to Sam Tanka. Shout out to Lamonte Roper. Shout out to Larry Sawwell. Shout out to Silverface. Shout out to the numbers, my guy. Shout out. Let's see who else pulled up. Who else? Shout out to Chansworthy. Shout out to Diminish. Shout out to AJ. Shout out to Sultan. Shout out to everyone that pulled up to watch us tonight coming on the live. Guys, on the way out, if you guys haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the bell so you guys can be notified when that mock draft live comes on. We are going to have a mock draft live for you guys. Also, please share the link around, share the channel. We're trying to get to 500. It is the road to 500 before the season starts. We would love to celebrate week 1 over 500 subs, and it is because of the Raider Nation. It's not because of us. It is all because of you guys. We appreciate your support. Have a blessed Tuesday, guys, and let's get ready for some championship Sunday. Let's hope the Niners lose. Let's hope the Chiefs lose. I'm a Bengals fan, and I want to say I'm a fan, but I'm rooting for the Bengals. I'm rooting for the Eagles on Sunday. I'll say that. I'm not a fan of them, but I'll be rooting for them on Sunday. So go Bengals, go Eagles on Sunday. Peace. We love you guys. Have a good night.